Land, labor and capital are not enough in today's knowledge economy. Intangible assets, including innovative ideas and information, have become central business assets. For nations and their business to prosper, intellectual property rights is an essential roadmap which gives them a competitive edge. Intellectual property rights umbrella unfolds to patent. This is one of the most important tools of intellectual property rights. A holder of a patent is not granted a right to make or use something new, but he can prevent others from making or using the invention without his permission. A single product can have several patents spanning different inventions. A patent is granted by a national patent office of a country and is ordinarily valid for 20 years from the date of filing the patent application, after which the invention falls in public domain, freely available to all. In return for the patent right granted by the government, the applicant discloses details of the invention. Trademark. Trademark is a sign distinguishing goods of different enterprises. A trademark or TM is any distinctive word, letter, numeral, drawing, picture, shape, color, sound, smell, logotypes, or any combination of these that may be used for distinguishing goods and services of any given business. A trademark is used extensively by an enterprise to reach customers. Knowledge of a trademark serves as an asset to you, as a customer and as a consumer. A trademark signifies a quality that goes with an enterprise. We pay for that quality when we purchase goods with particular trademarks. In fact, we pay for the brand. A trademark is issued by the Office of the Registrar of Trademarks. Trademark is granted for a period of 10 years and may be renewed indefinitely by a firm. Trade secret. A trade secret is an intellectual property that is with the holder indefinitely, or rather as long as he can keep his secret as a trade secret. To enable an enterprise to keep something as a trade secret, the holder must ensure secrecy agreements with the employees in the business. These can be built into the service contract agreements. Industrial design. The intellectual property of industrial design adds value to the product. A product may be covered under industrial design and a design patent may be taken up under the Design Act 2000. A design patent is obtained initially for 10 years from the Office of the Controller General Patents, Designs and Trademarks. And industrial design may be patented in terms of the functionality of the design, while it may also be the subject of the copyright in respect of the aesthetic aspect of the design. Copyrights. Mankind has thrived on the basis of its capacity to create. The fountainhead of creativity is unfolding an ever-changing, challenging new world. In fact, creativity is the youth line of a nation. Copyrights and neighboring rights safeguard, protect and reward the rights of creators of artistic works in their respective creations. Writers, artists, designers, dramatists, musicians, architects, producers of sound recordings, cinematographers, computer software developers, etc. are empowered through copyright. Copyright for writers is protected for a period of 60 years after the death of the author. In this period, legal heirs of the creator enjoy the benefits of the creation. Geographical indications. In contrast to the other intellectual property rights, a geographical indication is owned by members of a community who get together to register the geographical indication. Geographical indication is the attribute of a certain product by virtue of the fact that it originates from a certain geographical location. As a result of this location, the product has a distinctive flavor, quality and taste. The geographical indication is registered for a period of 10 years in the Office of the Registrar of Geographical Indication. Internationally, these intellectual property rights had their genesis in the Paris Convention 1883 for industrial property, that is, patents and trademarks, and the Berne Convention 1886 for copyrights. WIPO began its work on intellectual property in 1967, taking up the work from Bureau for the Protection of Intellectual Property that had been established in 1893. WIPO administering the international conventions on all intellectual property rights. The Small and Medium Enterprises Division of WIPO is dedicated to providing support and technical information for intellectual property development in SMEs. These international conventions have been taken into the World Trade Organization's fold by their inclusion in the WTO through trade-related intellectual property rights, that is, the TRIPS agreement. Under the TRIPS and WTO, it has now become mandatory for all member countries to follow basic minimum standards for the protection of intellectual property rights, bringing about a degree of harmonization of domestic laws in this field. In India,
the third Consensus of Small-Scale Industries 2001-2002 tells us there are around 10 million SSI units in the country, providing employment to around 21 million persons, producing around 8,000 products and services. The policy and support initiatives for this sector are spearheaded by the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises.
This SSI sector that had hitherto been protected through high tariff barriers has opened up to domestic and international competition. Technology development initiatives and research and development are paramount for the modernization and growth of this sector, especially in the current milieu of a knowledge-based economy. The policy and support initiatives for this sector are spearheaded by
the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises
through seminars and workshops on intellectual property rights throughout the country. This has enabled the SSI sector to gear itself up to face new challenges.